Hi, this is Dominic, and I wanted to create a message. I often get kind of the request from people, how do I email all students using the Student Center? And the response to that is that, well, you have to be set up as an advisor in a course. And then the next question that comes is, how do I actually email just my group of students that are part of my club? And that's what I'm going to walk you through today. Okay, so first, when we're looking at the Student Center here, you'll notice that under the People's tab, um, you will not have access to this unless you are set up as an advisor. So if you're starting this video and your Canvas course looks like this, where you have no access to any of these things, this is directly student view. But when I add you as an advisor, that essentially is going to give you access to the groups feature, and then your Canvas site will look like this, okay? And more importantly, you're going to notice that there is this People tab, all right? So only advisors have this ability to do this. When you click on the People's tab, first you're going to notice it's going to show you everyone in the course, right? But you're going to notice across the top over here, there are a couple clubs already that have created their own groups. So for instance, if I click on the Environmental Club, you'll notice that of these students, right, we have over here a group, okay, that has added all these individual students to this specific club. Okay. The advantage of this is that now the advisor for this club or the lead student for this club only has to email one group, and all of these people receive this communication. So it essentially works like a Google group where you're just getting one address for everyone. Okay. Another benefit too is that it creates this groups button for all of the people in that club that they can always reference the messaging and things like that. And I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. So first off, how do we create a new club inside of our Canvas groups? So first, as I said, we'll go to People. The one thing that is kind of odd about this is that we have to create both a new group set and a group for your specific club. And the reason for that is that oftentimes we'll have students that want to be part of two clubs, and if you don't create separate group sets, they can only be able to join one. So we have to create unique group sets and groups for each of our clubs. So first I just click the group set button, and in this case I'm going to call this Math Club. I'm going to not allow students to self-assign because we're manually assigning these groups, and in this case I'm going to leave this selected to I'll create the groups manually, and now I'll click Save. Okay. Now, once I've done that, I have the group set, but I'm still not going to be able to add students to it until I actually create an actual group. So now if I hit the plus group button, I'm going to name this group the same name as this previous, which is the Math Club. All right, I'll click Save. And now you'll notice I have 0 students. So how do I move students into this club? Well, this little search dialog comes in very handy. If I type in the name of an advisor, like Kristen in this case, and I hit the little plus button, you'll notice it lets me choose the Math Club as the place where I can add her. And now underneath Math Club, if I turn this little handle down here, you'll see that Kristen's name is listed here. Another important thing to note is that you can make any student the actual lead of a specific group, which will allow them to have communication rights to that group. So now if I click the little 3 dots next to her name, I can set Kristen as the leader of that group. And it'll have this little icon that comes up next to her name. Now, to add more students, you just follow the same process. In this case, I'm going to add a student that I use for demos called Demo Student. I'm going to hit the plus button, add to Math Club, and now there are 2 people in this group. So now the group is set. Now what does that mean? Well, for myself, if I was to go to the demo student page, let's go ahead and do that. So here I am in demo student. Notice right now I haven't refreshed the page and you don't see the group option, but as soon as I refresh, okay, now I have a group option over here. And when I click that button, Math Club exists right there. Okay, so that's one quick way by clicking Math Club to see any announcements that are part of your specific club. The other added bonus is within the inbox. So now if I go to inbox and I go to my drop-down menu, you'll see that I'll have a groups option and I can choose Math Club. And now I'll see all the messages that went out to that specific club. Same works true when I want to create a message. I hit the new message button and look, it already calls out the Math Club. I can go ahead and select individual people, or I can include the whole course, right? Or the whole club if I like as well. This is by far the easiest way to message groups of students consistently without having to add their names each time. While it does take a little bit to set up, I feel like the benefit of it is that once it's done, it's very easy to kind of get your communications out and have a central place where you can all find what you need. Hope this helps, and let me know if you have any questions. And of course, if you do need to be added as an advisor to the Student Center because you are hosting a club, please reach out to myself or your ITCs and they can add you as an advisor to the Student Center course. Hope that helps. Take care.